Happy Friday. It's a beautiful day here. I'm at Baker Beach. Been doing some writing, and I thought, hey, I should talk about that. Talk about writing. Because I really haven't. I mean, anybody who's followed this channel for a while, or even new that's kind of gone through some of the videos, knows about the listening that I do. And I talked about the importance of listening, including listening to yourself, hearing yourself, Super, super important, of course. But there's something else I do that a lot of folks don't know about, and that is I write. I don't write novels. I write what needs to come out of me, or I write oftentimes just to affirm what I'm experiencing, what I'm observing or learning about myself or about the world around me or others. And I actually have a blog. I'll put a link I think I have a link to my blog on all these videos for the last little while, but if not, I'll make sure it's in the description here. And so I wanted to talk to you about writing and how I think it's something that is helpful to just about everybody. So, we're not all natural gifted writers, and this is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about creative writing. I mean, you may be really great at that. I don't know. And that certainly helps. What I'm talking about is how important and oftentimes cathartic it is. Certainly helps you to understand yourself better, just like speaking out loud, while writing down how you're feeling, what you're experiencing. Things that have been traumatic, things that have been amazing. It's why a lot of people keep diaries and journals, is writing it down affirms what happened. And there's something about going back and reading your own words a while after you had the experience. I guarantee you will see something new. You'll learn something new about yourself. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. So the thing is, it's like people who find out I'm a photographer, see my work, and they're like, it's a classic. All you photographers have heard this. I wish I could take great pictures like you. The reality is, sure, some people are naturally gifted and talented at it, but anybody can learn how to take pictures that make them happy. It takes a little effort, like anything you want to get good at. You have to put in effort, and you have to learn some techniques, and then you're off and running. It's the same way with writing. You don't have to be a natural gifted writer to write down how you're feeling, how something that happened made you feel. And I encourage you to try it out, especially if you're struggling with processing something that's ongoing in your life, or that happened a long time ago that seems to keep roiling around inside of you. That stuff needs to be expressed. It needs to be released. And one of the best ways to release that stuff, whatever it is, good, bad, whatever, is to write about it to the best of your ability. And don't even worry about if you're good at spelling, you're good at grammar. It doesn't fucking matter. Just write it down. It could be a single sentence. It could be a single word that you write down, that describes an emotion that's just dominating your feelings, your consciousness at the time. It could be simply the word fear. And there's something about, if you put that up on the wall to remind you what you're actually dealing with, instead of just being subjected to it subconsciously, when you write things down, it's almost like, in 12-step groups, we talk about denial, we talk about accountability. And when you write something down and you put it where you're going to see it, it's a constant reminder. It's like built-in accountability that I need to think about this. I need to be aware of it. Because a lot of times we can just bumble along not very well, having ongoing stuff keep happening in our lives. And it's simply because we aren't paying attention to the underlying thing that we don't want to face for whatever reason. We keep just kind of I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and it's going to get better. And a lot of times it can't get better until you find ways to express and release what's plaguing you. And again, it doesn't have to be something that is, quote, plaguing you or harming you. It's important to write down the joyful things too. I mean, I think most people can say the bad stuff is what looms large and sticks with us a lot of times longer than the really great stuff. It shouldn't be that way, but a lot of times it is. And so when you have something wonderful happen, something new, or something you've been working towards that you've hit, write about how it makes you feel. Write about the journey and what it took to get there. Remind yourself all those little tiny steps you took that felt like you'd never get to your goal, and now you're there. I mean, it's important to acknowledge that stuff and affirm it. And yes, you can speak it, you'll share it with friends, loved ones, but there's something about writing it down that's extra special. Anyway, this is a short and simple one. I'm just encouraging you to write down how you feel, good, bad, or otherwise. And I believe it'll help. It's just one of those things I can't explain exactly how it works, but I know it has worked in my life. I know people who swear by it, that it works in their lives. And just give it a go. If you've never done it before, give it a go. And you may be surprised how it feels to write down how you're feeling. So yeah, hey, that's the big vid this week. Write.